What's up, collective? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. So we're going to go ahead and do your weekly message. We have a new angle, guys. So I hope this angle works out for you. We will see, of course, won't we? Thank you for being here. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please check out my description box. It has everything that you need to know about me and all that good stuff. And if you are returning, welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and doing what is best for you. Let's go ahead and get into these weekly messages, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do. Let's just see what's going on. Let's just jump right into it. It's pretty early here. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's pretty early. So let's see what messages we get for this week ahead. What do we have for the collective? What messages do we have for my YouTube gang this week? What messages do we have for my YouTube gang? Let's give this a nice shuffle. You know how these tea leaves are. Be patient with me. One of the benefits of seeing the cards come out is that, you know, you get to see it live action. You know that nothing's getting finagled here. But one of the drawbacks is it takes a long time to shuffle. What do we have going on for my collective, for my YouTube gang? What's happening for my YouTube gang this week ahead, Spirit? We do have a full moon, and they are showing me the moon, so I do feel like there's going to be some kind of change, caterpillar, as I say that, right? Things are not going to be not always going to be this way. A change is coming. When I see the moon, when they show me the moon, I think about changes because I think about the phases of the moon, the cycles of the moon. With this caterpillar energy, though, yeah, things are not always going to be this way, the way they are right now. There is a change that's coming. Oh my gosh. Get it together, girl. Okay. A change that's coming. So whatever's going on in your life right now, that's good and that's bad. Take it as it resonates. However it is right now, it's not always going to be that way. Maybe some of the luxuries you have right now, you're not always going to have. Okay. Maybe some of the things that you don't have, some of the things that you desire. Maybe you're stuck in this kind of energy of like feeling very stagnated. That's going to be changing. Okay, collective, there is going to be a great change that you're going to be going through. The caterpillar, of course, is the first stage before we go and, you know, we hit the butterfly, right? Eventually, this caterpillar will be a butterfly. Eventually, this caterpillar will have gone through a great transformation that has completely metamorphosized it into a completely new being. So this could be a whole new life coming up for you, a whole new change, a whole new career, a whole new relationship, a whole new way of being, a whole new destination, move, environment. Maybe you're moving homes, transitioning homes. Maybe you're relocating, okay? There is this energy of gobbling up resources, saving money, with how this caterpillar is eating this leaf, gobbling up resources, saving money. There could even be this change could make you blow through a lot of money. You could not lose a lot of money because they don't want you to look at it as a loss because you're investing this money. Like if you use a lot of money to move, you're investing that money and getting yourself to where you want to go. If you use a lot of money to, you know, redo your house, get a car, do this, do that, it's like you're really investing your money. So you're not losing your money. Your money is coming back to you in other ways. I feel like there is this energy, though, of you could go through a lot of your money, a lot of your savings in the future for a great move or a great transition or a great change. So there is this energy here of saving resources, gobbling up resources and saving them. Somebody might be starting a change jar, or you have a change jar. And I mean like a big one, like a big jug of change. Somebody might be starting one of those. Okay, look, you cannot make this up. We have the butterfly, caterpillar to the butterfly. What? So there's a level up this week. I told you I felt change, guys. There's a level up this week. And this change that's happening this week is something that's happening very quickly. This is a very quick change. I mean, we went straight from the caterpillar to the butterfly. We've seen in our readings before where we've kept getting the caterpillar, and then like months later, we'll finally get the butterfly. Like we've seen that where sometimes cycles in this collective, like we take a while to change. This change, whatever this is that's happening, this is going to happen very swiftly. This is going to happen very quick, okay? This could be something you've been preparing for too, with the caterpillar being the first card. You know, that's my most recent energy. That could be something that you've been preparing for already. You've been preparing for a great change. You've been feeling a great change on the horizon. So I do feel like you are going to be transforming into something completely different. It's like you're the same thing. You're still this, like there's still a bit of this caterpillar in this butterfly. It's still the same soul, right? It's still the same essence. It's still the same, what, DNA, something. Like it has to be the same thing. It's just transformed into something else. It's like you're the same but different. People might be noticing that about you, around you, collective too. Like I'm getting that kind of energy. Like there could be people around you that's like, wow, collective has really changed. Correct? Collective has really transformed into something completely different. It's beautiful, right? The butterfly is beautiful, but I'm used to this caterpillar. How do I take this butterfly energy? So there could be that too going on, where people around you are talking, people around you are not sure about this change. Somebody could definitely have like a beauty glow up, like somebody's kid might have. Like your kid went from the ugly duckling, no offense, okay? No offense. But your kid went from like the ugly duckling to like now all of a sudden you're just looking at your child and you're like, you're kind of like gorgeous. What happened? Like, and not in a bad way. I hope I don't sound bad when I say that, because I don't mean it in the way that it just sounded. And we have dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So this could be talking about spirit. These dog cards for me in this deck usually are talking about some kind of spiritual connection. They're talking about some kind of spirit guide, something like that. Okay. So you could definitely have a spirit guide that is thinking of you, that is working on things in your life, working on bringing changes to your life like this and transforming your life. Okay. I do feel like also you have some kind of protection from spirit. I'm getting a heavy protection from spirit with this card. And then for some of you, you could have somebody at a distance that is thinking about you. Yes. Okay. This person, you could have physical distance between you guys, or just emotional, spiritual distance between you guys. But somebody is thinking about you, collective. I don't know. This dog, you just look like you got some explaining to do. I don't know why the dog looks like that to me. He just looks so sus. I feel like this distant friend might literally be in the dog house, or they might feel like they're in the dog house, collective. Oh, Lord. I feel like, yeah. Okay, I feel like they might be watching this change from afar. Somebody could be watching this transition in you, collective. I am noticing how the dog's kind of looking at the caterpillar and the butterfly. Somebody could just be noticing that you've went through like you're still the same you. You're still you. You might even look a little bit like you. Like the butterfly don't look nothing like the caterpillar, but you might look a little bit like you still. But I'm just feeling like there's a change that is as significant as if you did transform to a butterfly from a caterpillar. And somebody is noticing this, whether they're watching this growth online through your social media, right? Via social media, or whether this is somebody actually in your life watching this. I feel like somebody's noticing the growth. Somebody's noticing the transformation, the beauty, the change. What do we have going on here this week for my YouTube gang? All right, let's see what's gonna happen with the Aesthetic deck. It might be a little crazy. We'll find out, guys. What's going on? What's going on for the collective this week, spirits? Spirits, gods, and ancestors. Okay, we do have a message in a bottle. Okay. This is a crazy reading. I don't know. This reading's kind of... All right, let's see. Message in a bottle. I do feel like there's messages coming. They're coming, right? There could be a message that comes in a very serendipitous way with the ripples. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure my angles are right. With the ripples, there could be something that comes in a very serendipitous way here. Like outside interference, outside influences, outside factors, the world around you, things shifting, moving, something happening in your town perhaps. I don't know. There's something that is going to actually bring this message to you. This message is not coming from a person with the message in the bottle. This message actually could be spirit doing this. Like spirit could be bringing you a certain kind of message that you need to see. You need to know this is information, perhaps clarity on something even, okay? But I do feel like there is a message coming, and it's not coming necessarily from a person. It's like it could have started out from the person, but by the time it gets to you, it's not from the person. You know, the message in the bottle, the letter in the bottle, you write the letter, you put it in a bottle, you release it into the ocean. After that, the ocean carries it. Spirit carries it wherever it's going to go. Spirit chooses its destination. There's something here about like a fated message or a fated encounter, but it feels like whatever this is, it brings some kind of clarity. It brings like and it's very serendipitous. Like it's very much like if this hadn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened, then this wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't have got this message. Like it's like events leading up with the ripple effect. What's beneath that? The wish, the dandelion, wish fulfillment. Okay. This could be bringing news of wish fulfillment. You could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities during this time of change, transition. You could be ascending right now. There's definitely this energy of like you're getting a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities. Butterflies, caterpillars, dogs, animals, birds for sure. Coins, feathers. I'm getting bells, like chimes. There's going to be music, obviously numbers, right? I mean, you know, Spirit's going to keep throwing what it usually works for you. So if you notice the numbers and you look them up and you see what the numbers mean, then Spirit's going to work with you like that and do that. If you notice songs, if you notice birds and butterflies, that's how Spirit's going to work with you. However you respond, whatever you gets you to go, oh, that's a sign. And I feel like there could be signs. You could even be getting signs that are cautioning you too. Collective, I don't know, I am getting that energy with a distant friend is thinking of you. Sometimes this card for Spirit gives me the energy of like Spirit's thinking of you and hoping you're all right, or making sure you're all right, checking in on you. I get that energy with Spirit sometimes with this one, because there's several, if you have this deck, you know there's several dog cards for different things. And dog to me represents Spirit. It's man's best friend. Some of you guys could be considering getting a dog. That will definitely bring a great change, like instantly into your life. The week ahead for my collective. Where are we at time-wise? 12 minutes. We doing all right. The week ahead for my collective, my YouTube gang. Whoa, I was going to take it too many, but it's a big chunk, but I'm not going to. Friends, though, coming out on top with the good lie. At the bottom of the deck, some of you guys could be finding out that people that you thought were your friends are not your friends. I'm getting that message. There's been a big change here with that too. Some of you guys could be finding out that your friends are not living that life of luxury, the good life that they're posting. Like you might be finding out that somebody's life is not as together as you thought it was. I don't know who that's for, but I am getting that for somebody. Like somebody is putting on the facade, probably on their social media, putting on the facade that their life is perfect or they're happy, everything's wonderful, and it's really not. Behind closed doors, there's a lot of anxiety, fear, depression, tears, anger. I'm hearing you're not living like you post to be, okay? You're not living like you post to be, like you're posting that you are. I don't know. That's for somebody. All right, what do we have? What do we have for the week ahead for YouTube gang? YouTube gang, 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 gang. We have the healing, and I love how the healing card actually came out right beneath this butterfly, because I feel like when you go through this transition, I feel like you've already been this little fat chubby caterpillar, and some of y'all might have already been in the cocoon, right? Some of y'all, I'm getting this energy of like we're at different stages here, so wherever you're at, but wherever you're at, there's healing that's happening this week. Everybody is transitioning to the butterfly this week. There's healing here. Some of you guys could be getting flowers. I'm just seeing flowers on so many of these cards. Some of you guys could be getting flowers given to you, or you're just buying them for yourself. There could be, damn sure could be messages coming in of a healing nature. Maybe you're getting information on something that makes you feel better about a situation. Maybe somebody is coming in to say sorry to you, or there is some kind of message or something like this with these messages, these letters. This to me is a physical message. This is a message to me from a person. This is like a message that's, it's like a roundabout message, or it's like a message from another source, or it is a message from a person, but it's coming from means that, and avenues that you wouldn't really suspect. You wouldn't really suspect to be walking along a beach and then see a message in a bottle, right? So it's almost like this is being sent by spirit, like it's divinely orchestrated. Something in your life this week is divinely orchestrated. I am getting that energy, but there's healing here. You're healing this week from something. You've taken power back is what I'm getting to. Some of you might have done a meditation, or you're doing a meditation this week to call your power back, to take your power back. Okay, we got fuck you coming out. Fuck you. Okay. Sorry. But we do. Okay. You might be saying that to somebody. That could be part of your healing. Yeah, I feel like somebody took advantage of you with the siren on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you feel like somebody took advantage of you. Somebody used you. I feel like you feel like somebody tempted you. Some of you guys might feel very tempted by somebody, and you're like, F you, not today, Satan. Not today, okay? Some of you could feel like that. And you're healing from this. Healing from some kind of tempted energy. If you have addictions, too, that could be addictions. If you have addictions and things that call your name, collective, that kind of energy, I feel like you're saying F you to that, and you're getting some kind of healing. This could be transforming you. There could be a distant friend, because this distant friend, now he looked like he's not looking at this anymore. Now he looks like he's looking at the finger. I don't know, guys. The cards shift sometimes. It's weird. I feel like this distant friend could be the one that's in the doghouse. You're saying F you to this friend. So you're like, not today, not today. Okay. I don't think so. Yeah, somebody's feeling very judged. Okay. Get that glare off of there. There we go. Somebody's feeling very judged. Somebody might have felt like they got put on display, or they got publicly embarrassed, publicly shamed too with this energy. Okay. Like, you know, like you went out there and publicly humiliated me. You publicly embarrassed me. Okay. Even if like the public didn't realize that was what was happening, it was like somebody took it that way, or that's how it was. I can't stand when people say that. You're taking this the wrong way. No, I'm not taking it the wrong way. That's the way it is. You can't take your feelings the wrong way. People who are not emotionally evolved, that's what they say. They say you're taking this the wrong way. You're too sensitive. You're getting too offended. That's people who are emotionally, like, you're not emotionally involved. You're emotionally immature. That's why you're saying that. Because if you were emotionally mature, you would know that everybody's feelings are valid, and you cannot control how another person feels about what you say, do, whatever. You might say something and you might mean it to be a joke. You might not mean it to be a certain way, but if somebody takes it a certain way, that makes it 100% valid. Right? I don't know. Like, that could be something that you're dealing with here, collective. And you're healing from that. You're saying F you to that. For some of you guys, you have people saying F you to you. Some of you, you're saying F you to other people. Some of y'all, it's both ways. Okay, it's like F you. You're like, it's like a double F you in here. I don't know. For somebody out here, I'm getting that energy. Okay, guys, right? And then I'm not going to take it, but we have the pinky promise. I feel like there's like a little bit of like a quarrel here, or like a little bit of like an issue here with somebody. I don't know. For others of you, I feel like there's this energy of like, I pinky promise I'll be back. Or I pinky promise I'll figure this out. I pinky promise with the strategizing card, right? That I'm going to figure out this, crack this code, make this work, you know, fix this problem for us. I don't know. I pinky promise we can grow from this, you know, this shitty situation. We can grow into something beautiful. We can make the best out of a bad situation with that lily. Yeah, I feel like you sailed away, right, from somebody. I feel like you did, collective. This is my card of we gotta moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. That's what this card is. This is the card of like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Time to get in my boat and row away. Okay? Especially with cleanse on the bottom of the deck. Like, yeah, you're cleansing something out, okay, of your energies. Your energetic hemisphere. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Doing some spiritual cleansing is what I'm getting. Some spiritual spring, winter, whatever hemisphere, whatever you're in, cleaning is what I'm getting here, okay? I feel like you peeped some information. You figured something out. You got some kind of clarity. You saw something. Yeah, justice was served. You saw something for exactly what it was, and that was all you needed to see. And so that was it. Now you feel no ways, feel no ways, feel no ways. Okay, apparently. All right, so Caterpillar, this great change. What's shifting? What's changing in the collective's life? Okay, shot right out of here. We have the Ten of Wands that came out in reverse. I like to keep my cards upright so we don't get anything mixed up. Let me make sure I'm not, because we're going to have room to put these cards down. Make sure I got room where you can see everything. Okay, so Ten of Wands. In reverse, you're dropping some kind of burden. I feel like the change that's coming in the reverse, you have been refusing to drop something. You've been refusing to release something in your life, let a cycle end, whatever it is that really needs to. I feel like for some of you guys, when you let this cycle end, you actually go into this energy of like hermit mode here, where you kind of isolate yourself. You go into this isolation. There's a lot of healing with the Hermit card too. There's a lot of self-analyzation, you know, learning about yourself, exploring yourself, taking accountability for your actions too, and doing better, growing, learning in the future, moving forward. It's like a healing energy that you take that time to do that. It's like you're going to the cocoon, right? To the butterfly that's next. Okay, we see that here. It's like she's packed up, she's got herself ready, she's gobbled up her resources, right? And she's moving forward, okay? That's the energy I'm getting here. It's like you finally release this burden. That's the change that I'm getting for you guys. There's been something in your life that has been weighing really heavy on you, okay? And you needed to release this. With this bell, this collar, I don't know why I'm getting this energy on this yak. Is that a yak? Yak. Is that from, what is that from? Is that from, I think it's from Ace Ventura when he says that. Yak. Anyways, is this a yak? I think it is. Whatever it is, guys. The collar that's on this cow thing. Okay. Y'all are like, Jessica, I'm done. It's giving me the energy of like you felt shackled to this. You felt very chained to whatever this was, guys. Okay. I mean, the Ten of Wands is that energy. You're sitting there holding things together. You're trying to force something to work that's not working. You're trying to make something happen that you really, it's not your problem or your responsibility, or, you know, you shouldn't be needing to do that. And for some of you guys felt like you were in this alone. You were standing alone in this, trying to make this work. So you're packing up your yak, you're gobbling up your resources, and you're moving forward. That's the energy I'm getting. You have some baggage with you, though, that you're carrying into this butterfly phase, but who doesn't? We all have baggage. I feel like you're trying to release that as you go, though. That's the change. So there's going to be a change in a burdensome situation. A situation is not going to be as burdensome anymore, collective. It's not going to, this could be you eclipsing something out of your life. This could be you just, you know, refusing to carry all this, refusing to do all this. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. I'm not going to sit here and do all the work. I'm not going to sit here and carry this burden. I'm not going to sit here and put up with game playing and manipulation and bullcrap or whatever. I'm not going to do any of that, is the energy that I'm getting. Like, you know, I feel like you've searched the, you know, furthest corners of your mind, and the truth is the same everywhere. You deserve better. You deserve some kind of change, or something has to change. Ace of Swords. I feel like the change that's coming, you're going to start following this. It's almost like you know, okay? You know. Remember how we were seeing the strategy card? Not the strategy card, sorry, the solution card. The card of like figuring something out. I guess it could be strategy, but it's more like the formula. You know, it's like you're figuring something out. You're cracking the code of something. It's like a puzzle. We see some kind of, we see formula stuff on here too. It's like you figured something out. There's been some clarity, some truth that's came over you with the Ace of Swords here that's allowed you to drop this burden. It's like once you've seen everything clear, once you have all the facts, this becomes so much easier to walk away from, so much easier to cleanse yourself of, is the energy I'm getting. Because this does feel like some kind of ending here with the 10 of, you know, 10s are usually cycle enders. And then, of course, with the Ace, it's talking about starting into a whole new cycle. That's why I'm saying there's a very quick transition here. It's like you end and then you go. You move forward. You start gobbling up the leaves, and then bam, you're in the cocoon, and then bam, you're the butterfly. It's like a very quick transition, very quick change, very quick cycle to get you onto a new course, to get you onto a new path. It's like the trajectory has changed. It's like you were on this timeline and you've made the conscious decision to physically remove yourself from this situation, toxic situation, or you will do this. And it puts you instantly onto a new timeline, collective. I feel like some of this might even caught your guides by surprise. I feel like your guides had to check in. They're like, whoa, major changes going on in Sector 7. Like, you know, like that kind of energy. Like, I don't know, like maybe even some of your guides were like, didn't even really expect this to happen. Like, I feel like your guides knew this burden would be dropped, or knew this situation would change, or knew this would come to an end, or knew something. I feel like there were signs here, right? Possibly even signs cautioning you. I feel like your guides knew this. Obviously, they know everything. I feel like they see in infinite possibilities, all the different timelines, all the different choices you can make. But what choice will you make? That comes down to you. You are the creator while you're here. It is up to you. Your guides could have like a 99.999% thought that you will go in this direction. But what if at the last minute you take that 0.11111% and you decide to go in the other direction or make another choice? It's like a split decision was made. You made it very quickly, and it puts you onto a different timeline, and your guides are like instantly there, like, okay, time to recalibrate, time to, because I feel like you just wanted to heal from something. You were done. You were like, F you to this situation, I'm done. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, collective. Or you will be like that. You're getting to that energy. You're feeling that way. Like, I don't really care how I look. I don't really care how people perceive me. I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really care about what this, I don't care what the fallout is. I don't care what I have to rebuild. I don't care how hard I have to work. I don't care. I just want to rid myself of whatever this situation is. I see it. I see it so clear. Crystal clear. Like, it couldn't be any more clear. Yeah, you might have to really work to rebuild yourself, or to, or you might be putting your focus on work. What is this butterfly? What's the change? So, well, change. What is the transition? Let's say that, because we see what the change is. The change is you refusing to put up with something that was burdensome, period. And there's some truth that's came over you. There's a clarity that caused this. There's a clarity after it happens too. It's like you get double clarity. I almost get the energy of like, you see something clearly, you do it, and then it's like that energy of like, they're showing me that photo of Jessica. What? No, it's not Jessica. It's Nicole Kidman, I think is her name, the one that was married to Tom Cruise. When she comes out of her divorce and she's got her hands in the air and she's like jumping up and down, and paparazzi was taking pictures of her. She's so happy. Like, she genuinely looks fucking ecstatic. Like, if somebody ever gets divorced from you and look like that, right? Like, okay, you know what I mean? Not even one little tear was shed, nothing. She was ecstatic to be done with that. That's how I feel. Like, and you maybe even shocked yourself, like, wow, I'm shocked at actually how happy I am that that shit is over. That roller coaster, train wreck, up and down, you know, energy is over. This person might not think that about you. If this is involving a person, they might still be like harboring negative feelings. F you. They might be in this black and white spiritual warfare energy, you know. I feel like you've just ascended. Putting up boundaries actually helped you ascend for somebody out there. Okay, so what is the transition here? Get a drink. What's the transition? We see the changes that have happened that bring this transition. What is the transition? What do you transition into this week? And I feel like this all does happen this week. Like, I feel like this is all like, you know, relatively quick, and I don't want to say painless, but quick, because there is pain, I feel like, you know. It's like I was telling my daughter, I think it was yesterday, I was telling her, you know, even when you have to say goodbye to people that are toxic for you, even when you have to say goodbye to people that, you know you need to say goodbye to, people that hurt you or do bad things to you or whatever, it doesn't mean you're going to be happy about it. It doesn't mean that it's easy. Sometimes it's actually harder to say goodbye to those people, especially when we have those trauma bonds that connect, that wounding that we connect to that energy. That is what feels safe in a sick, messed up way. Functioning and dysfunction actually feels safe because that's all we've ever known. You have to recognize these patterns. It's up to you to heal this within yourself. You have to see the signs here. Am I functioning in dysfunction right now? Why? What is it about this that makes this feel comfortable, makes this feel safe and normal and natural to me? To not be getting what I'm worth, right? Or to having to be struggling constantly. I'm telling you, it's that safe space. It's that comfort zone. People will say all the time, well, why? They're in an abusive situation or a shitty relationship. Well, why don't you just leave? Sometimes it's not just as easy as just leaving. Like, there's a whole comfort zone there because you've had trauma. That person's had trauma their whole life. So that's the only kind of love that they recognize. They feel like that is love. To sit here and scream at each other and manipulate each other, use each other, lie to each other, and then come back together and stick with it. And because we're sticking with it and we're being strong and we're making it through, we're true. This is true love. And maybe for some people, I guess that is. I don't know. But I feel like that's trauma bonding. I don't feel like that's necessarily love. I feel like that's trauma bonding. You know that you can sit here and you can shit all over each other and you'll come back to each other and it'll be okay. And we'll all stick together in the end because we're all codependent. We're all trauma bonding. I feel like somebody might be recognizing these cycles in their life. Like, you might be recognizing that kind of behavior with people, relationships with people. Like, I'm sitting here letting this person treat me like crap. I'm sitting here letting this situation drag me down. I'm sitting here letting myself be in a situation where I'm not happy. I'm not 100%. I'm not present. I'm not here. But the thought of leaving that scares me. Why is that? Like, ask yourself these questions. That's how true growth happens. You can't grow from just sweeping under the rug and be like, oh, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm fucked up. Oh. You have to ask yourself these questions. It's a transition that's happening. I need to know because I'm going to sit here and just talk and talk and talk. What's the transition that's happening, Spirit? With this butterfly energy this week for my YouTube gang. Butterfly, what's the transition? 8 of Pentacles came back out. Could have saved all that shuffling if we just would have took that card, right? I feel like you're working to build yourself up, to ground yourself. This is less about money. For some of you, yes, this could be about money. You could be trying to rebuild some kind of finances, and with the change for the better, some of you are going to have a very fortuitous change in your finances coming up here. This has been something that you've been consistently, steadily working on, maybe mastering some kind of skill too, perhaps something that maybe you're working with your hands, or you have to design something, you have to engineer something. There could be something like that, or operate something. There is this kind of energy of you do something with this. You manually do something with the 8 of Pentacles. And I feel like you do this every day. For some of you, this is late nights you're putting into. She looks like she's in her PJs. I don't know. You're just working from home late at night. You're really focused on manifesting this. You're really focused on growing whatever this is. This could be your mental, physical health as well. A change for the better with that. You're going to be feeling healthier. For some of you, whatever burden, whatever situation you dropped, you know, toxic people, toxic situations, they carry their toxic energies. If you are sensitive, if you are an energetic being that picks up energy, okay? If you do that, you're going to be picking up these toxic energies, and they can manifest in illnesses and, you know, anxieties and woes and worries and whatever. I feel like a change for the better is coming in whatever your physical being is, okay? The physical daily routine, the daily things that you might feel. So a chronic illness could even be getting better, guys. I'm seeing that too. Because for me, 8 of Pentacles is like every day. I do this 8 days a week, okay? It's like, that's what that is for me. You could be studying something, learning something, you journaling something, blogging something, vlogging. I'm getting this energy of like you're really documenting something. You could be doing science experiments. I'm getting somebody putting like a candy cane and like different things, like water, vinegar, hot water, cold water, sugar water, and seeing how quickly it dissolves. I don't know. I'm getting like calculating something, which makes sense because we did see the formula, which is science experiments. I feel like there is some kind of, you're experimenting to see what works for you, but there is a change for the better in your stability, in your everyday life with the Eight of Pentacles coming up here. I feel like before there was some kind of illusion that was being casted. I feel like there was some kind of deceptive person around you that was not who they appeared to be. Ace of Wands could have been out for momentary pleasures, momentary things. This person could have a very short fuse. This person could have short person syndrome too. I mean, I don't know, like that energy of like, what is that, short man syndrome? Where they are constantly defensive, constantly on guard. They got to overexert, overextend, overcompensate. Somebody might feel like, I don't know, I feel like you were dealing with somebody like that, or there was somebody like that, or maybe you were somebody like that. Hierophant, for some of you, this changed for the better. This is a new job, okay? A brand new job for some of you guys. This is going to be into a corporation, a business, a company, something that is definitely not a small mom and pop business. It doesn't feel like it. Although if it is a small mom and pop business, I will say that there's going to be major growth here. There could be like, if you own your own business, this could be you suddenly turning into like a brand, right? Like a household name, a corporation. Like you go from a small business to a large business or a medium business, something like that. Like there is an up level here if this is in regards to work. There's some commitment that you might be taking on too. You've dedicated yourself to something when it comes to your money, your finances, your practicalities, even your health. Like every day I'm going to the gym, every day I'm doing this. It's like you really dedicating yourself. There's an ascension. There's a level up here. Something goes to the next level, because this is kind of a similar card to me, Eight of Pentacles with the Hierophant. It kind of is. The Hierophant for me is like a commitment or an institution. I feel like you're also breaking past any kind of restrictions that you've had. This card in particular, the Hierophant can be a restriction card for me. It depends on the context cards. But with this one in particular, with this illustration, I always get the ascension. Like I get breaking free from restrictions with this card in particular. It's like there's an enlightenment here. Some of you guys are just crazy enough to do it. That's what I heard. I don't know what that means. Take it as it resonates. But they said you're just crazy enough to do it. There's something you want to pull off. There's something you want to create, make happen here, work out. And it's crazy is what I'm getting. Like it's crazy to do this. This could involve like a move or just a big transition or something very risky. But it just feels like it's crazy to do this. And they're saying you're crazy enough to do it. So take that as it resonates. Some of you guys could be working at home for sure. Both of these people are barefoot. I feel like there's grounding energy here too with the barefootness. There's something about like grounding yourself. Maybe you need to go outside barefoot, ground yourself in the dirt. I feel like you've had many choices and you're making choices. You're making very clear-cut decisions. I feel like you're also learning something. You're growing in something. There's a change for the better in your work for sure. Like collective, for sure. There's a change for the better when it comes to your finances, your work, your everyday, just your everyday energy. There's a change for the better, okay? You're transitioning past something. Yeah, because anything that was stagnant, you've put that on hold. Like you put the stagnicity on hold, okay? I don't know. Take that as it resonates. Dog far away. This distant friend. First of all, who is this distant friend? This distant friend is somebody who's confused with the Seven of Cups, okay? Seven of Cups with the Ace of Cups, that's 8 cups. They could be confused. You might have walked away from them. They might have walked away from you. There might have been an energy of somebody needing to go off on their journey of self-discovery here. I am getting that as well. With this Seven of Cups, though, I'm getting this energy of this person is trying to decide whether or not they want to reach out. This person is thinking of you. This person is watching you. I'm pretty positive. Is this person contacting you? Is this person talking to you? I don't know, collective. I'm not really getting that energy. I'm getting the energy of this person wants to. I feel like that's a possibility. Like they're thinking about reaching out, especially with the Ace of Cups. This person could definitely be watching you from online. Yes, with the World card. This person could definitely also be in a physical, different location than you with the World card too. I feel like this person is watching you heal, is watching you transform. I feel like this person is watching you not give a fuck. Right? Watching you move forward. I feel like that's what this person is watching you do. And I feel like it's confusing this person. Might be even making this person question some things. Like, why is this person moving forward and I'm stuck? That kind of energy. Yeah, look, Eight of Cups. I don't know. Turn away. Turn away. Somebody might have turned away. You might have turned away. There's like a melancholy, like melodramatic. I don't know, like this energy, like this person might be very dramatic. I don't know. I feel like this person's watching you succeed though, watching you grow. Like, yeah. Just not even giving a fuck. Like, he don't even look like he cares that all his pentacles is falling out. Like, I don't know. Okay. So this person, who this person is confused. Could be a water sign, Scorpio energy for sure. This person could just be very confused. You know, this could be somebody who dreams a lot, somebody who schemes a lot, somebody who's always up in their head. This could be somebody who's very indecisive. This could be somebody who you've seen in your dreams recently or dreams about you. Who is this person, right? Ace of Wands. This is somebody who, again, has a short fuse. There's something about a short fuse here, or there's something about following impulses. This person is very impulsive. This person has some kind of spark for you, torch for you too, lit. They're very interested in you. This person is, especially in whatever you do for a living or whatever you give to the community. Like if you do some kind of service that they consider a service you give to the community, I feel like they're very interested in what you're doing. They're watching that. I feel like you are protected. You have placed up some kind of boundary against this person, guys. You've either blocked them energetically, physically, literally, okay? I feel like there's this energy of like blocking or resisting or going ahead and putting that on pause. Isn't that old Ramblin' Mike that says put him in the timeout chair? I think that's Ramblin' Mike that says that. Put him in the timeout chair. Yeah, the Lovers. This is somebody who has a very strong soulmate connection. Could be Gemini. Doesn't have to be. But this is somebody who has a very strong soulmate connection to you. This is somebody who with Chariot could be Cancerian. This is somebody who might be coming to your house. Might want to come to your house. Might want to ghost ride the whip to your house with the Chariot. Okay? Two of Wands right here. They're thinking about it. Page of Wands. Maybe they crazy enough to do it. I don't know. I feel like somebody wants to ghost ride the whip to your house. They're worried though. I feel like they're worried you're gonna meet them at the door like this. Queen of Swords. What the fuck you doing around here, Ike? Right? Like that kind of energy. F you! Alright. What does this person want? Why is this person thinking of the collective? Let's hurry up. We gotta keep it moving like Susan. Shout out to Susan. Why is this person watching, thinking of the collective energy? Hermit, because they're in isolation away from you, right? And you're the Empress. Divine Feminine doesn't have to be, but for the most part, you probably are, male or female. Remember, it's not about genitalia, it's about energy, okay? You're very connected. You're always pregnant with some kind of creative idea. You're beautiful. You smell good. You look good. You're curvy. In all the right places. Maybe some of the wrong ones too. Hey, it happens. I just feel like you're very curvy. Okay? This person is isolated from you. They aren't feeling the warmth of your bosom anymore, is what they're saying. Okay? You used to hold this person very close to you, collective. I almost feel like that you were a guiding light to this person in one way or another. Maybe literally, and then maybe you just were and you weren't even aware of it. There's a lot of mothering energy. This person might have not had a mother, lost a mother, something like that. And because of that, they almost put you into that position. But then they need to punish mother because mother wasn't there. And they punished you because you're there. Their mother isn't there for them to punish. So they punished you. I know that's really deep psychology shit, but that's what I'm getting for somebody. Yeah. So Spirit's like, put the boundaries up. This person is like punishing you. You're not mother. You're not mommy dearest. But this person is, I don't know. That's the energy I'm getting for somebody. That's not going to be for everybody. That dang sure ain't. But take it as it resonates. I feel like somebody was taking their issues out on you, or I don't know. But this person, why they're watching you because they're isolated against you. They're isolated away from you. Yeah. Well, because maybe you turned away, right? Perhaps. Yeah, and this is driving them nuts now. It's driving them crazy. They're starting to regret some things. I'm getting like regret and remorse, like this bird squawking in his ear. Why did you do that? Why did you make that choice? Why did you say that? Why did, you know, that's the energy I'm getting. Like somebody is out there thinking about you. They're very regretful. They're very remorseful. I'm getting the energy of like this person, they don't want to admit it to anybody, but they'll admit it to themselves. Yeah, I feel like because you're very guarded. 9 of Wands to the Empress again. 5 of Cups peeping out. Some sadness, some regret, some remorse that I was talking about. I feel like because you're Empress, I feel like male or female, collective, I feel like you're being represented as the Empress here. And I feel like you're on this F you crap. That's where I feel like you're at. Okay? F you. I got things to grow over here. I got things to worry about, things to do. Somebody's watching you basically because you're very guarded. And they are still inspired by you. They're still passionate about you. They are confused though. I feel like they're back and forth about reaching out. They must have some way of reaching out. Even if you have blocked them, there are still ways they can reach out. I just get this energy of like this person is like in their own little world, caught thinking about you now. Even if they're around other people, yeah, even if they're around other people, they feel so alone. Look, 5 of Cups. This person is, sad case. Sad case, right? Thinking about the spilled cups, thinking about all the coulda, woulda, shouldas, and what they had while they had it, and how they didn't appreciate it, and you know, this person is low vibing at the moment, okay? I feel like this person's not seeing that there's still opportunity in their life to make things better. Maybe they can't make things better with you. 'Tis true. Maybe that ship has sailed. It's true. But they can still make things in their life better. And, you know, that reminds me of what I had said in the Gemini video for December. If y'all haven't watched that, watch it. And if y'all have watched it, maybe go rewatch it. I'm just saying. But I had said that in the Gemini video. Maybe, you know, when you do things that hurt people, you can't always change that situation. You can't always make it better with that person. Maybe sometimes that door does get shut for good. It happens. But you can make it better with other people in the future by not doing those things again, by learning from your mistakes, by not repeating this toxic behavior, by not letting this just be another thing that goes down into the cycle, the warp, the void, right? Like, that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. It's like somebody is having to learn the hard way about their behavior. You know, lessons. Lessons sometimes are very harsh and they're hard. But I feel like this person tried to avoid those lessons. I feel like this person is completely in control of their own growth. All right. Message in a bottle. What are these messages? What's this message in a bottle? What's this message? Okie dokie. Yeah, some of you guys did get a message from Spirit. Get your head out the clouds, right? Get the what is that? The molasses out your ass. Is that what they say here in the South? I believe so. Okay. Get your head out the clouds, pretty much. See something for what it is. You need to block something. You need to resist something. You need to step away from something. You need to defend yourself from something. Some of you guys, I'm getting a couple of messages, but this is the first one, the most prominent one. You did get the message to put your boundaries up against somebody. Okay. There's something about her hair too. Her hair being locked. Okay. With the dreadlocks, it's making me feel like something is very locked in place. Something is very certain. It's very set. I don't know. I'm getting that energy from the locks. But I just feel like you were guided by Spirit. Whether you have that connection with Spirit or not. Like, you don't have to be like me or other people out here like that have that connection where they talk to Spirit and you get the answers and you take it as a direct answer. Like, maybe you just got signs, right? Serendipitous messages that were telling you, cut this person off, block this person, remove this energy out your life, okay? And I feel like that's what you did. For others of you, there are going to be some very defensive messages that are going to come in. It might come your way. This could also be through other means. Again, if somebody has a way of giving you a message without giving you a message, they're going to do that. Take that as it resonates. So let's say you work with somebody and they're not going to tell you F you to your face. What they're going to do is, give you looks at work all day. You know what I'm talking about, right? Pull their friend to the side and sit there and talk and whisper and chatter in the corner and kind of look at you, Susie side-eye you up and down. You know what I'm saying? There's this energy of like, there will be messages of a very aggressive, defensive nature without actually getting those messages. This could even just be energetically. You might be energetically feeling the F you off of somebody. It'd be like that sometimes. Okay? But I feel like the main message here is Spirit is protecting you. Spirit wants you to recognize when Spirit's leading you away from something, towards something. Yes, it's important to recognize when we're being led towards something. This is true. And we do focus on that a lot here in this Tarotville that we find ourselves on YouTube. We focus a lot on being led towards stuff. But it is just as important to recognize when Spirit is leading you away from things. Okay, that is also a part of your journey, is saying goodbye, letting go, moving forward. Okay, I feel like abandonment issues get triggered, and that's what makes people hold on to toxic energy way longer than they should. But I feel like you've been told, instructed to put some kind of guard up, and you have put some kind of guard up. You've gotten your head out the clouds about something. For some of you, you got some kind of message in a bottle. Somebody showed you without telling you how they felt about you, where you stand. You took that. You were like, okay, I will take that as a sign. You do not need to come and tell me twice or spell it out in plain English, whatever. Send up a smoke signal. You ain't got to do any of that. I will take whatever this is as this is what this is, and I will move forward. Thank you. Like, you took the hint the first time for some of you guys. Like, that was it. That was all I needed to see. That was all the information I needed to know. I don't need to know anything else. It's answered questions that I had and some that I didn't even know that I had. Like, I feel like that's the kind of energy here for some of you guys. Like, there was some kind of message, or there will be some kind of message that's showing you, telling you, yeah, it's time to put my guard up against that, block that out, leave that be, because it's toxic or it's dragging my energy. It's no good for me. Yeah, you saw something. You made an executive decision to cut that ass. For some of you guys, and this could have been a soulmate. This could have been one that was very combative, just wanting to be combative with you, bring drama to you, conflictive, hurt you, whatever. Because they're insecure with their own changes going on in their own life. This could have been that kind of person, a very immature person. I feel like you made an executive decision to block this person out. Queen of Swords style. Gots to go. Gots to go. Ret to go. Ret to go. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting here. Yeah, it could be this King of Wands, this warmonger, philanderer. This is somebody who's very cocky, very chauvinistic, somebody who looks at people like they're less than them, they're peasants, they're beneath them. This person might have a real fire right now, might be really fired up, might be like on FU status, because how dare you stand up for yourself? How dare you call them out on something that they did that was wrong, collective? Right? How dare you do that? How dare you stand up for yourself? I feel like this person wasn't expecting that from you. Or I feel like it's the way you did it. Yeah, look, the Queen of Wands with the Hangman. I feel like it's the way you did it. Maybe this person knew whatever their action was. Like, maybe they knew it was going to hurt you, or maybe they know that their action is going to upset you, but they're expecting a certain reaction from you. Maybe they're expecting this Queen of Wands, like the fiery, stereotypical Queen of Wands that pops the fuck off and goes ape shit and all this stuff. Like, maybe they were expecting that. And when you hit them with the Queen of Swords, right? When you hit them with that gives no fucks, okay? The Queen of Swords is somebody who has wisdom. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been through this. This ain't her first rodeo of having to disconnect from toxic energy. She's somebody who is very seasoned in swinging her sword. So she knows when it's time, and if she does it, there's not going to be no falling apart, regrets, or whatever. If she does it, it's because it's time to do it. She's thought long and hard about this, and there is no going back. There is no regrets. She's looked at this with this hawk energy from every single angle. So maybe somebody was expecting you to be very emotionally reactive, very volcanic, like the Queen of Wands here would be, fire sign. But instead, you hit him with the old cool as a cucumber Queen of Swords. And just blocked him or just moved away or whatever. Because you got this message. Some of y'all get this message from Spirit, the hawk energy. And you were obedient. Spirit said block him. Spirit said leave him behind. Spirit said do this, do that. And you did. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Hit him with that tower. Yeah. Showed them that some kind of foundation wasn't as secure as they thought it was going to be. I don't know. That little squirrel, he like, what the fuck? With that lightning. And I can't help but notice too, there's butterflies all over this. It's like out with the old, in with the new, but not really, but yes. Yes, with that Ace of Pentacles. Sort of. Not really, but kind of. All right. What's the FU? What's the big FU? What's this collective this week? I feel like this is, yeah. Right? It could be for both ways. It could be for one way. It really just depends on your story, guys. So please take this as this resonates because I'm getting a couple messages. First message is, collective, you're saying F you to somebody that hurt you. You feel like somebody went out of their way to hurt you with the Three of Swords, or they just did whatever. I feel like with the Three of Swords, it's like they stabbed you not once, not twice, but thrice. There could have been a third-party situation with the Three of Swords. It doesn't have to be romantic. Third parties can be anything. I feel like whatever this was, it was a disconnect, a breakup, stress, heartache, betrayal, letdown, loss, right? Whatever it is, it's like, and now you're on that FU stuff. I feel like you have no love for this person no more. I feel like you're completely beyond it. You've seen something as high as you could possibly see it with the Queen of Swords. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you are completely guarded against this person, boundaries up. Like I said, you might have blocked this person, okay, or this situation. Right? And you're like, once you block, you don't unblock. Once you block, there's no going back. I blocked you. That's it. Right? And because the Queen of Swords doesn't swing her. Like I said, she does not swing her sword prematurely or unless she needs to. So if she swung her sword to block somebody or to cut somebody out of her life, you best believe it's for good and she's meant it. Like she means it. That's the energy here. I feel like it's like a big FU to this person. On the other side of this coin, somebody could be saying this to you, collective. They could be saying FU to you. Maybe you stress them out. Maybe they're watching you from afar. I'm kind of getting that this is your energy towards them, though, collective. Because I'm hearing, what is that? I don't fuck with you. Yeah, that song is a lot of cussing, so I don't want to sing it. But yeah, I ain't with you. Yeah, that song. That's what I'm getting right now with this. I feel like this is your energy, collective, right? Take it as it resonates, though. And the person at the distance, I feel like that's very confused right now, still holding this passion for you. It's feeling very isolated away from you and now is forced in isolation with the Hermit, which is a spying card. I feel like watch you glow up and heal from a distance. This person could be saying that to you. Either way, that's what's happening. Somebody's saying F you because of pain that they've went through, because of pain that they've experienced. Somebody could be saying F you to pain, like to pain itself, saying fuck you to pain. The FU card, right? Yeah, somebody was saying no more, no more. Exactly. Wow, Spirit. Okay. Literally what I've been saying. Seven of Swords. Some shady behavior. And some of these people weren't even that great at hiding it or didn't even try to hide it. They just have the audacity, right, that they had to just sit there and outwardly just try to hurt you and fuck you over. Like, I just feel like karma is going to come for this person. Like, you know, so... Just saying, but regardless of that, it just feels like somebody really has betrayed you or lied to you or done something to harm you, hurt you, whatever, and you're just like F you to them, basically. That's what I'm getting. You're like, right? Like, that's what I'm getting here. Strength. I feel like you handled yourself with grace, with dignity. I feel like you chose the high road with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is not going to be out here fighting in the street. I feel like that's what they expected you to do. I feel like somebody kind of expected you to fall apart. You didn't handle something the way that somebody expected you to. But see, that's because they were sitting there gauging you, thinking that they knew more than you. I get the strong energy that this person feels like they're smarter than you, collective. And I feel like they're finding out that actually they're not. They played themselves. That's what they did. Because I feel like you didn't lose out as much as what they lost out in this connection. Like, I feel like you offered more to them, collective, than they offered to you. Take it as it resonates, though, because I do feel like I might be talking to the other end of this situation. So I'm just saying, right? Some of you might feel like you lost out more than what the other person lost out, and they're sitting there telling you F you, and you're sitting here confused and wondering what's going on, still having passion for this person, still watching this person glow up, seeing this person enforce their boundaries. They blocked your ass. Yeah. That's for some of you guys. Just did, but not everybody. The majority of you, we're reading this from our point of view, collective, okay? But, you know, the bounces, they're on their break. They're having a smoke out back. I can't help who sneaks in. All right, so what is this healing? What is this healing this week for the collective? I feel like it's from this mess, all this mess. Like, you're just done. Yeah, you're finding your purpose, your passion. You're really cocooning yourself in and you're healing. Whereas this person is cocooning themselves in and they're kind of getting forced into spiritual isolation to think about this and think about their actions and what they've done and self-analyze. And I feel like they will be watching you because, again, the Hermit is a spying card. I feel like you're being kind of isolated in to yourself. You're not going to be spying. You're not going to be watching anybody. You ain't checking out nobody's social media. You don't give no fucks. Okay. You moved on. You move forward. And I feel like you're healing yourself. You're healing your mind. That could be why also this defensive message comes in. I feel like you blocked that message too. If that's the case, because somebody might see how well you're healing. They might want to try to piss you off or emotionally get you emotionally stirred or something like that, collective, like emotionally manipulate you. Yeah, because Page of Swords, again, like I said, I split the deck. Booty traps, that's what I said. Okay, I'm telling you, I feel like they're spying on you. They see that, so they're going to try to rouse you. But you're healing from that. You blocked that. Like, you know, like Bruce Lee, you done. You don't got no time for it. Healing here. Some of you guys, your creativity is healing. You're really allowing your creativity to seep through. Yeah, some of you guys, your money is healing. Again, change for a better in your money situation. Yeah, Ace of Cups. That's what I said. Booby traps. That's what I said. I feel like you're healing, collective. And it's a relatively swift heal. Like, I feel like this happens in this next week, week and a half, 2 weeks at the most span. Like, I really do feel like this is actually a very quick transition for you, because I feel like there is things coming up in the future, change for the better. I feel like there's things happening in the future, new paths, new purposes, new communications, new peoples, whatever that's coming in. And you really do need to get onto your track here, onto this timeline and get situated, because this is a fast timeline is what I'm getting. This timeline that you've jumped onto moves very quickly is what I'm getting. The last one that you were on was kind of stagnated and slow. There was a lot of waiting. There was a lot of wondering. Yeah, there was a lot of indecision. With the Two of Swords reverse, this one is not like that. This one is like, it's a lot swifter. There's a lot more clarity in this timeline. When you move forward, it's like you see everything. With the Three of Pentacles, there could be healing in your community. I'm getting some kind of like energy of like a vigil, a candlelight vigil. Maybe somebody in your community prominent has passed on or something. There's a candlelight vigil. I'm getting like, I don't know, something in the community about healing. Maybe there was like tensions were high or something in your community for some reason. I don't take it as it resonates. I feel like there's going to be healing. I feel like the kids are helping bring the healing. Maybe there was like a rivalry between like this side of town and this side of town, like West Side Story. I don't really know, guys. I'm getting that energy for somebody out there, though. I feel like you're guarding yourself. You're guarding your energy, right? I feel like whatever you were holding on to that you didn't need to, Tower, that's been removed or will be very quickly, very soon. And this is obviously not for everybody. Some people are married literally to their toxicity. Some people are married literally to their bad habits, to their drama, to their dysfunction. So You know, we're talking about the progressive people that are moving forward, not the people that know they're in these toxic cycles and these burdensome situations and they're still holding on to it. There's not going to be healing with that situation. I feel like for those people, Spirit is going to bring some kind of tower. There is going to be some kind of reckoning that comes to show those people, to get them onto this new timeline. Because I'm talking to people who are already on the timeline or already on going, like they don't, I'm talking to people who don't mind closing out cycles, who don't stay in dysfunctional situations and put on a show and airs like everything's great when really it's not, right? I'm talking to those people, you know, honest, real people. That's who I'm talking to right now. Anyways, this has been your weekly message. I think this is going to be it. I don't think that I'm going to do scrolls this week. I didn't do an animal message, so... But this has been your weekly message, guys. I love you guys. I do. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And yes, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.